Hey guys, I'm making another cake video today. It's kind of early to make a cake, but I got to get it done. So, I'm making red velvet box cake again because I don't know how to make red velvet from scratch quite yet. I'm still learning, so I want to go with what I'm more comfortable with for now. I'm using Betty Crocker's Super Moist Red Velvet Cake. And it calls for 1 1/4 cup water, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. So I'm going to start by pouring in the vegetable oil, and then I'm going to whisk it in. Sorry if you guys hear the TV running in the background. It's my brother watching the Green Eggs and Ham TV show series on Netflix. Those are my cupcakes from 2 days ago. So, yeah, those are still there. Alright, well, I'm going to whisk this in and bring you guys back in just a moment. Did it in to the best of my ability, but it looks like chocolate cake right now. So, the water is what's going to change it to the red velvet. So, we're going to add that in. See, look at it already turning red. The water really makes the red food dye come out. So now we have some very red water. I'm going to go ahead and mix it and bring you guys back in just a moment again. Okay, I'm done stirring in the vegetable oil and water, so I'm going to put in my 3 eggs. Like I said in my last video, you typically do 1 at a time, but I am doing more than 1 at a time, obviously. Okay, one of my egg yolks broke, so yeah. Alright. I'm going to mix this in and bring you guys back in just a moment. Okay, I have it all mixed in and I'm ready to get my pan ready. I'll show you guys how to do that in just a second. Okay, to get a pan ready is really simple. So what I do is I just take some parchment paper and I cut it to be the size of the bottom of my pan. How I get it like as close to perfect as I possibly can is I place my pan on top of parchment paper, trace around it with a pencil, and then cut it out and, well, put it in the bottom of your pan. This way you don't need to grease your pan and get all the extra oily stuff on the outside of your cake whenever you flip it out of the pan, but instead it comes out nice and easy with just a piece of parchment paper. Do not use wax paper. I've done that once. Your cake will not come off. You are not meant to bake with wax paper. It's supposed to do parchment paper. So use parchment paper. Sometimes if you're too scared for just parchment paper, you can go around the edges with flour too, and that'll help. So I'm just gonna pour my cake batter into my pan. Shoot, I forgot to preheat my oven. Okay. 350. Okay. Bake 350. Okay. Well, now I have to wait like 20 minutes for that to get done preheating. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. I'm going to scrape out the sides of this bowl to get out all the cake. Alright, I got the cake batter in, and I'm just going to put it in the oven in like 10 minutes after it's done preheating. So, see you guys then. Clean my countertop for what I'm about to do next. Ha ha ha. Okay, there we go. Okay, just clean my countertop, looking nice and shiny, and I gotta make some simple syrup. Okay, so sorry y'all can see my messy counter. Ask my little sister to go get me fondant because I need fondant. Okay, so
Because it's about to slip out of my hand.
yeah, thank you.
Oh, Terry.
My sister got my fondant. Bam. Wilton fondant. All right. I'm gonna do 1 part sugar, 1 part water. I'm gonna do half cup sugar, half cup water. So yeah, that's gotta happen next. Okay. Half cup here. Bam. Okay. Here. See? I got some nice sugar.
We're going in a 3-man squad.
So I've got 1 cup of sugar, and I gotta get some water. Oh, forgot to put my scoopy thingy back in it.
All your challenges done, Gabe?
Okay. Hey, Bill, you wanna come film for me real quick?
1 second.
That's actually Quincy Farm in the barn. What's the dog do?
Oof. Okay. Look at my nice spice rack. The cumin label is upside down. It's amazing. Okay. I gotta get half of a cup of water. We got both from cooking. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, without the bandage bazooka class.
I'm so salty.
Oh, spilling some water. I have to clean that up now. Okay.
You can raise it.
Alright, and now I'm going to turn on my stove top to 7, and I'm going to let all of this boil, and once it's all boiled out, okay, don't touch, it's hot, okay, and once it's all boiled out, then all the sugar is like dissolved, then it is done, it's time to let it cool. So what simple syrup, sorry, I got to turn off my water. What simple syrup does is, if you're doing a cake the day before you're eating it or something like that, it keeps it extra moist. So, sorry if that's anybody's trigger word. Sorry, my house is really loud right now. Dang it, bird. If you're making a cake a day before you're actually eating it, it's good to put on it because it keeps it moist for a longer time and actually keeps it good without all the preservatives or whatever the heck is in them. So now I'm going to take my cake out of the pan, put it on my cake board, and make another red velvet cake. So here it comes. Got my cake right here. Pokemon game, sorry, my dad's. I'm going to flip it out. So actually, I'm going to run a knife along the edge to loosen it. Okay, making cakes. Nice and fun. Alright. Sorry if this video is too long for you guys. I'll edit it shorter if I can. But with me recording with one hand, it's harder and takes longer for me to do stuff than it usually does.
Why isn't Gabe helping you?
Okay. Now it's all loosened out. You see that cake? And you want to make sure it's fully cool until you actually flip it. Because it'll tear if it's not fully cool. So, yeah. I'm actually going to flip it. Take off the parchment paper. Flip it back over. And then I'm going to have to level it. I'll get a recorder for this because I need both hands for this. But here's our progress on our sugar. It looks like it is done. We're going to go ahead and do this. I'm using this because this will make it easier for me to apply it to the cake. So, alright, it looks like all the sugar is dissolved, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to turn off my stove. Yeah, all the sugar is dissolved. Okay, I'm just going to leave that for now to cool down and get to room temperature and work on the rest of this cake. I didn't have a recorder, so I had to do it off camera, but I'll show you what I did. So this is a leveler. It levels your cake, so it takes off the muffin top or cake top or whatever you guys call it. But you can just go through the cake, and it just, well, if I can get it through.
I have a shiny fly guy.
And it just goes through.
Shiny tortilla.
You like saw it through, and then it will come through. And you have a cake top off, which you can eat or do whatever the heck you want with. So, Julie's going to record for me.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm just going to take a plate, and I'm going to
Do what?
Put my cake on it, my cake top, because I don't need that part.
What do you mean?
So, you can feed this to your camera guys or the rest of your family.
No.
Yeah, guys,
So,
Community Day.
here you go,
was
camera
what we
person.
went and did today.
Oh.
Yep, okay.
Mm.
Okay,
It's everywhere, man.
alright.
I said sweaty.
Okay.
Wow.
So, now I'm going to get my cake board. And I'm going to put my cake on it. Ha ha.
Like,
Ha ha ha. So that's
How?
not sitting on my counter.
That's gonna be hard.
Oh, you guys go there and we'll see what
Really?
happens, I guess.
You gotta be very careful. with
Hey,
it.
come over here.
The cake top is the most stiff part of the cake. So you really need, so once you take it off, you really need to use both hands to transfer a cake onto the cake board. Instead of just using one like you guys saw me and how I flipped it. So I'm going to take this away because I don't need this now. I'm putting it here. And I'm going to clean off my counter. And then I'm going
Those
to
quests that you're doing, don't
make my other
walk
cake.
through,
I will see y'all then. Now I'm going to cut little name plates, which my family's name will be placed. So I'm using an X-Acto knife. It's very, very sharp, so children, careful using this. Yeah, okay. So, and you can put we're doing this too. So I'm just going to take strips about
Can I see
half an inch. I'm going to cut strips
Oh,
about
you see them?
Yeah, that's right. I'll see you just a moment. I'm going back here. Oh, I'm going to look at my over. So yeah, there's 6 people in our family, right? So 1, 2, 3,
4.
4.
No, 7.
Yeah, 7 now. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into as well. Because why not? Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have to do this. I'm going to go ahead and take those strips. They are using me in my eyes.
I know.
Oh, yeah, my sister's doing very good for her second time ever. She's only 6. She's doing amazing.
I'm 7.
I'm sorry.
Mimi?
I'm not Mimi.
I'm alien. You said I'm 6.
So now I'm going to cut these down in half so that more. Except for this one because this one is already small enough. So it's going to be about this big. So I'm going to use your
Let me make sure fire.
No, I know. Okay, so I got it.
I'm not a baby.
Oh, you're baby.
You said I know I'm sorry.
But it's not going to go baby.
It sounds like a baby.
Okay.
Just like 2 minutes.
It is. It is.
You've already been doing it for 2 minutes. What?
Finding work takes a while sometimes. So give yourself a long time for this stuff. And it might be a short time. Depends on who you ask. You were like really doing my hands. Sorry, you guys can't see anything.
Because of you.
Because of you. So this piece is a little bit out of it. You guys see why it's
Fuck.
You guys will see why it's a little bit bigger.
It's because
Oh,
I
you
have
have
it.
these
I have all my names is J, U, E.
Not yours, not you, this sister. No.
Oh, yeah, no. No, Ruth. Bad girl. You bad.
I'm not bad. I just forgot her name. What kind of report today? We're doing
Yeah, today she actually found one roller skate on the floor, and then she came upstairs. There's one right where she was looking, and she went upstairs asking me if I'd seen her roller skate. It was right in front of her face. She said, yeah, I'd be blind today. I was like, yes, you are.
And I was like, where are my glasses?
I know.
Shall explain my problems. Okay.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, get more. Okay. You're raging.
Okay.
I really like to keep the drivers, you know, I have to keep